What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Saina Win, and I'm back again. I may be your friend, I may be your foe. I don't know, but all I know is let me turn off this vibration plate because I completely forgot that I had it running. Yep. No, okay, there you go. Hi, everybody. Happy Christmas Eve to all those who celebrate, and also just hey to all those who don't. Um, I just came in because I wanted to do an episode on Monday because I wanted to do like a whole thing called Manic Mondays. But I got the flu, and the flu was kicking my ass. All right, it kicked my whole punta butt. And trying to get this little glare off my things. Yes, I'm hot. Anyway, so I wanted to come to you guys on Monday, but still recovering from the flu because it's been beating your girl down. Been beating beating my booty. Okay. But I wanted to talk about this here crack pipe behind me. Okay. This here crack pipe, this show, it's called Heated Rivals. Well, Heated Rivalry. I'm black. Y'all know we've been making up names. I've been calling it Heated Rivals, but it's clearly Heated Rivalry, based on a book about two hockey stars who fall into a secret romance that spans years as they chase glory and wrestle with love. And boy, oh boy, don't they wrestle? It's 10 o'clock in the morning, so if you don't want me to talk about boy on boy love or boy on boy love and hockey, then just save this for later. Save this for your own private time. I personally, a straight-ish woman, does like to see boys just kiss on each other. It's just so nice because I figured it out. I did a post about this on my TikTok. I figured out why. Why do straight women love the boy on boy love? And it is, I'm gonna set this up. Just get ready, okay? It's because it is honest. Ding, 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 ding. It is honesty. It is honesty in its purest primal fashion. And something about, I'm going to talk about the S word, sex. Sex is so primal. It's so, everything has sex. Our cells have sex. Single cell organisms have sex with each other to create another single cell organism. Everything is down to sex. All right, sex is creation. So there's something so just it's not nothing naughty either. I don't feel like it's naughty. I feel like it's normal because it is. Even and same sex animals be getting it on, yeah. But there's just something so honest about about when two boys kiss. When two girls kiss, yeah, great. I personally love seeing two boys just make out and fight to love each other. I don't know what it is. So, Heat Rivals is starring Hudson Williams, Connor Story, who ain't Russian. Honey, that boy eating that accent, like he was. Sorry, I was about to go and say something really out of order, but if you watch episode two, no, yeah, I think episode 1 or 2, you'll see what I'm talking about. Because, and I just love them. They're so cute. Okay, so let me give you the lowdown in the beginning. So there's Hudson Williams, who is Shane. Shane is he's a, I was going to say soccer, hockey star from Canada, and he is mixed. He is mixed with white and Asian, so that's a big damn deal. Because how many people of non-Caucasian descent do you ever see play hockey? More now, because this is set like 2008, I think. Honey, look, I be watching the show, but I don't be watching the show for dates. Okay, I be watching the show for the dates between the two actors. But anyway, so Hudson plays Shane. Shane is mixed. He's Asian and white. He's also Canadian, and he seems just very like just dry, and like one TikToker, she said he might be maybe like autistic coded, maybe. Oh, he just might just be very like just dry. Like he's funny, but he's also like just deadpan. Like he's single minded, you know. And then we got Ilya, the Russian. I'm sorry, man, Ilya. I love them both, honey. I think they're both adorable. But the guy, his name is Connor Stewart, not Russian, okay? But he is killing that accent. He is killing the Russian, killing the accent. I don't know if they played hockey before. It looks great. I'm not a hockey aficionado, so I don't know like if the hockey is like hockeying. But so I was jumping into TikTok lives of these two hockey players in Biloxi, Mississippi. Who knew Biloxi had fucking hockey? Like it ain't cold. Like it's Biloxi. But nevertheless, so I jumped into a live with these two hockey players. He was actually Jamaican and Canadian. And he didn't look like no Jamaican. But he sure was talking about it's I don't like that Batiman. But then he was like, to each his own. So I was like, even you covering up on some homosexuality, homophobia, or you really don't give a damn. Which he's like 26, and I really don't think he gives a damn. I just think he just ain't no body man, as he eloquently say. And if that's like an offensive term, I apologize. I think it is an offensive term, but I don't mean it like the F word, basically. So, but anyways, damn, I went off on a tangent. But I just love those two characters. Anyway, so we start off on the first episode where we meet them as teenagers, getting a chance to meet each other for the first time. They know about each other from the hockey airways. You know, they all know each other. I guess if you play hockey and you're going into the league, you're pretty like you might be known for being the top of your top. And so like people they call it a rivalry, but they like I guess they play it up that they hate each other just to kind of keep people from knowing that they actually love each other. Cause they do, they love each other down bad, baby. Oh, it's so cute. I just want y'all to watch it. Pardon me. Anyway, so tired of my glasses fogging up. So they meet each other first season, and it goes by really fast because they're just going throughout the years of them getting to know each other, and like they'll spend years sometimes not even really getting a chance to be together, and then but you just see like the highlights of their lives and like the defining moments until we get to I guess the episode 5, which I can't remember what date they're in because again I get really distracted about when those two boys be kissing. It's so cute. And but it's just and we see and but we also just see them just kind of coming into themselves as men, coming themselves as they get more and more into their career as hockey players. They both become captains of their respective hockey teams, and because Ilya plays for Boston and Shane plays for Montreal, Canada. And so you just see them kind of like growing in their relationships with their friends, but also still being very closeted. But Ilya is more bisexual, so he can kind of run into he can kind of fake it till you make it because he like both. But Shane is a lot more awkward and he's a little bit more single minded and I'm spoiler alert they're gay. So but Shane is like more like, yeah, I really like being that power bottom. And the power bottom he bottoms, okay? I love it. Ew, he's just so cute. It's just I don't know why I just love the show so much. Not just because of the boy on boy shenanigans. I just love it because it's just men being honest with each other and being free. And leading into my conversation I want to talk about again because I can lead everything back to what? Slavery. And as I talked about on my episode when I discussed the Diddy show. Oh, not the Diddy show. The Reckoning of Sean Combs on Netflix. It's just the how patriarchy kind of just shut men off from the sides of them of their feelings, and so I love seeing these two men kind of operate in honesty with it, at least ish with each other, because that's the only way they can be free. It seems is just by being honest with each other, at least with that one side of themselves, when it's that their desire for each other. And it's just something so nice and refreshing. Because men right now, any man with a podcast, they're always talking about women don't deserve love. What? What are you talking about? What's going on? Okay, I know that it's hard out there for you guys, and I believe it because I have two brothers and I had a dad, and I see the struggles of them now to this day to like connect their emotionality and to allow that to be seen. And I know it's hard because other men don't like that because they're scared of their own emotions. And so it's just nice to see two men, especially two men in hockey, one of the most male centered sports, and it's all about being fast, but you're also skating on the ice. I'm just like, you're a hop jump away from a figure skater, babe. I'm joking. I know it's totally different, but y'all be on the ice too. And I just really enjoy the two characters just getting to know each other and actually being able to let the walls down. And it's just something about when Ilya picks up Shane and he wraps his legs around Ilya, and he's just being not, I don't want to say soft, but still being soft and just being at ease and being taken care of. It's just something so masculine about it. Like, I just love it. I just love seeing men take care of each other in one way or another. Either sexual or non-sexual. I just love that men can just stop destroying shit and just lay down your metaphorical and your physical real arms and just be there for each other. And there's this one part in episode 5, because again, not trigger, spoiler alert. Well, I won't say spoiler. There's something that happens between with Ilya, and he's just being honest about what his life like is as a Russian, and he's just lets go and he lets Shane be there for him, and he gets on his lap and just hugs him, and you just see Ilya just start sobbing, and as a hard Russian man, he is just so nice to see a man just let themselves go and be taken care of and not destroying anything because of his inability to be emotion be emotional. But anyway, so I just love that. And then also there's this other scene, and I'm just jumping all over the place. There's cosines and tangents. We're gonna be all over the place, baby. Watch the show. And then there's also another scene where you see Ilya is speaking in Russian because Shane told him, because he says this one thing. He's like, it's just too hard in English to just tell you what's going on. And he says, and Shane can't speak Russian, and he said, just tell me what you're going through in Russian. And you just hear Ilya give this heartfelt speech and just tells him how he feels and how he's been taken advantage of financially by his brothers and his family, and how his brother hates him for who he is, but he still be asking for money though. Damn Alexei. Ooh, I can't stand that nigga. Anyway, sorry. Pardon me. So if you watch episode 1, you see Alexei, who is Ilya's brother. I guess I have a favorite, honey, and that's Ilya, honey. I love a Russian. I love a man with an accent, honey. And you just see the relationship between Ilya and Alexei, his brother. And Alexei is a dopehead who be calling him the F word, but still be asking for money. Man, get the fuck out of my face! Ooh, that spoke to me in some ways because I do have some experience with family members and money abuse. So I was just like, fuck that, man. But again, you can't help but take care of your family because who else gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna leave these motherfuckers to starve. So I think that's probably why I love me some Ilya, because I recognize real, and Ilya is the type who'll go. He's very codependent. His family, he'll do everything for his family at this time because he's younger, and then as he gets older, he finally sets boundaries, baby. He sets boundaries with his brothers the best way he can, and I feel like he's gonna stick to it. And then at the end of the second season, of this first season, on episode 5, he says something where he just like, oh, he's choosing himself, baby. He's getting his life. He's getting his own thing, and I'm just so excited. And I hope it ends well. Am I gonna get this book? I'm probably gonna go get this book. I'm gonna at least listen to the audiobook if I can find it on Hoopla. Support your local libraries. All right, support your local libraries. Anyway, so let me talk back to Shane. Okay, Shane, man. I used to have a coworker. His name was Shane. I hope he's doing good. I can't find his number. He was like, I didn't call him my work husband because it was no like flirty tangent. I called him. I can't remember what I called him. Maybe my work cousin. I don't know. He was a redhead, and God knows I love a redhead, honey. God always blessed me with at least one redhead in my life that I can just fuck with. You know, just be cool with. Shout out to Shady Queen. Pew pew pew. I don't think she listens to this podcast. Shout out to Shady Queen. Shout out to D. Shout out to shit Ariel from the Little Mermaid. Shout out to me when I was redhead. So shout out to Halle Bailey, who was the new Little Mermaid, who made me cry. I cried. Anyway, so back to Shane, man. So Shane, again, like I said, he's very neurodivergent coded. I would say because I'm not a doctor, nor is this set in like 2025 where everybody is neurodivergent, but he is definitely kind of coded neurodivergent, very one sided. He loves ginger ale. That's a nigga right there. I love ginger ale tea, Shane, and but he's probably definitely the gay one. He's not really just he's dated, but you could tell he just doesn't really show interest in anything but hockey. But I think that's because if you look at episode 3, there's a character called Scott Hunter. Yeah, Scott Hunter, and he's more of our American guy, New York Admirals, and he's also gay, but he's closeted and he's never been with anybody, as he says, or maybe he's been like very low key, very spontaneous, and his whole thing was just making sure his team was taken care of because he's an orphan, and I felt him too because I'm an adult orphan now because both my parents are dead. Anyway, I'm gonna always bring that up. I'm gonna always bring up that I am constantly in a state of grief and I miss my mom and dad so much. But anyway, we're gonna go back. So Shane, I guess I really don't be fucking with Shane because I don't got nothing to say about him. I just love him because he's so sweet. But but he has his thing too. So I'm trying to think. I'm giving this off the cuff. So episode 1, you just see him being super. Oh, he wins like MVP or Rookie of the Year, and he gets mad because Ilya is not giving him any attention. He's so he's so in love, honey. But he's still very like uh, he's just so fine. Honey, he's just fine. I'm trying to think of what I want to say about Shane because it's not that he doesn't have like any character development. He's just Shane. Like you just love him. You just really love him. Um Oh, okay. But anyway, let's just talk about episode 5. So episode 5, so much happens in episode 5 because you're seeing them like 10 years later, and they're all like they each won the cup, the Stanley Cup. I think they've each won the Stanley Cup. They've had their accolades. They got money, honey, got money on, and then we find ourselves. We see this is actually like episode 4. We see Shane dating a an actress by the name of Rose. And Rose is cool as shit. Like Rose, I fucks with Rose. Like I fucks with Rose heavy because she sees Shane for who he is, and I guess like they have a time where they're intimate and it just doesn't go well, and it's because baby Shane, he was gay and it's okay, and so Shane is like dating her, and she kind of gets she confronts him and be like, "You're not into me, are you, babe?" And he's like, that Christy was it that meme? I don't know if I can share stuff as I'm doing it, but that meme with Christy Teigen when she's like, I love that face. I'm gonna find it on my phone. And so she's like, baby, like it's okay. Like I'm an actress. 80% of my men's have been gay. And he's like, what? She's like, yeah, honey, I get it, but we gonna be friends. And so I'm glad that he finally found somebody who can come to, that he can be himself with again, because you just want, you just for you, the, you just want the best for our boys, okay? You just want the best for them. Just look at them. Look at the little cute little boy. Honey, they fine. Honey, and they sweet. They're unproblematic kings. They ain't doing no homophobic shit where they're beating folks. Like, I guess I also love the show because it's kind of wholesome in a way. Like, yes, you see men just going, you don't see no full frontal. Like, we've seen in the past with like other HBO shows, but it's still wholesome. Like they're not, the guys on the team are not outwardly homophobic. They may say some kind of some weird stuff in like the early 2000s, but they're not being awful men, and it's so nice. Honey, we've been bombarded. Let me go down this rabbit hole. We've been bombarded by awful men for a full fucking decade right now. So it's coming on 2026. That's when, what, in 2015 or 16, when we got bombarded by the orange man down the escalator and never been changed, ever have been the same ever since. And any man with a microphone or any type of attention have been down the rabbit hole of patriarchy and just living the dreams and talking ish about women and just being awful. So just seeing men not be awful was it's so good. It's just so good because in episode 3 where we get the the kind of like bridge episodes, I guess. I don't really know if it's a bridge episode with Scott, Hunter, and his love interest Kip. I hate the name Kip. I don't like, why you gonna call yourself Kip? What the fuck? It's short for Christopher. No, it ain't. I never heard that a day in my life. But anyway, Kip and Shane are so fucking cute. Oh, they're so fine. They all fine. First of all, they've all fine. But Kip and Shane are just, I mean, sorry, Kip and Kip and Scott are so just adorable, and Scott is just in love with Kip, kind of like love at first sight. Like I don't know, I think it was that smoothie because Kip make him a smoothie with these bananas, and he won his game. He was just fortified with the heart, with the spirit of love, and he came back every day for those smoothies, and they were just so precious. But they also hit those adversities because Kip is out, he's an out gay man, but Scott is closeted. He's the captain of the admirals in America. You know, America don't like the homosexuals, and so especially probably this is a 2012, maybe 2014, whenever we kind of get introduced to Scott a little bit. Um, After not well anyway, sorry, I'm going on a tangent. So their relationship, you see, kind of traverses one single episode where they try to go out in public and buy art, and Poe Scott just has a freak out. He gives me a little bit of a neurodivergency coded character as well, because he's like Shane, very single minded. He's like, I have to get my boys, got to get my boys this cup. I got to get it. And he's an orphan, and so he's guess like trying to make sure his family is taken care of, and his family is the NHL, or the Major League Hockey team folks. So that's the name of their division. And so he's trying to make sure they win, and just coming out as gay because homophobia and patriarchy is super like rampant, and nobody can be happy or be them true selves, especially in the early 2000s, mid to 2000s. Hell, we still struggling now in 2025. So anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make that noise. I know it's gross. But yeah, it's just, I just love the show. I hope y'all watch it. Maybe we can, if y'all like it, maybe we can if we can live stream it, or anyway, at least watch it together and talk about it, and we can talk about the next episode. Also, I do want to talk about Welcome to Derry, and how blackety black that show is, and how good that show is, and how just seeing more representation is so fulfilling to my spirit and my soul, and it's just seeing representation. And Rich, if you know anything about Rich, the rich, honey, he came, he saw, he conquered, baby. That's the man right there. Anyway, yeah, I don't really got much to talk about. I just trying to stick to my guns, record episodes regardless of how I feel, and because I'm just like, why the fuck not? I'm not happy not doing it, so I might as well try doing it, right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Co-Sides and Tangents, where I just talked about a show, a boy love show called Heated Rivals, aka Heated Rivalry, based on a book called Heated Rivalry, about two fine ass men who like to kiss each other and love each other. Um, yeah, watch it out, check it out. Don't watch with your kids. Um, yeah, because they be fucking in that show. Anyway, y'all, I love you. And I hope you have a great day. Happy Christmas, Christmas Eve. Right now, I don't have any plans because I am a fucking orphan. Um, I don't feel a way about that at all. I do have I did get an invite by a employee of mine, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for her. She's a sweet lady. I really appreciate her. But yeah, I'm gonna try to come back in with a little something else. Stay real, stay trill out here. It's like 80, 70 degrees in December. Y'all really think global warming ain't real? It's real, real out here. It's hot. I'm wearing a sweater. I'm felting. Um, yeah. Be happy. Love each other. Love on the people you have. Make sure you talk to your family. I'm not that sad. I am very sad, but I'm looking forward to the future. You know. I hope y'all have a good day. Thank you for tuning into Cosines and Tangents. And as always, I love you. Bye bye.